But for stations that just joined us, we have a key article up on prisonplanet.com. U.S. Army trains to confront Tea Party terrorist. Military personnel blow the whistle on exercise which involved troops taking protesters to concentration camps. And the main mission of the Army and the Marine Corps now under NORTHCOM domestically, we have all the documents, all the training manuals, classified, secret, and public, and mainstream stories telling you how great it is, and illegal military checkpoints popping up everywhere to acclimate people. It's all there in this one article, and in the next hour, a video is going up, a 10-minute report I shot last night that's got all the documents in it that we need to get out to everyone virally as well. But there's nothing like actually hearing it from the troops. And so I've said veterans, because this has been going on for a long time, or people who are concerned who are veterans who want to comment, police officers, current military people. You know, we had call after call from now serving current military, just confirming what's already in the news. Ron Paul, myself, many others. They put pictures of me up on the wall and say, I'm the main den, I'm pure evil, I want to kill cops, I'm causing it, I want to kill the military, I'm a terrorist, I'm lying and saying they want a new world order. They say anybody that criticizes the Federal Reserve is a terrorist. I mean, this is so incredible. A $2 trillion a year military, right at $2 trillion, and their big threat is Alex Jones. Now, why is that? Because the military at the top echelons doesn't work for America, as Eisenhower warned you in '61. They work for the offshore banks that are trying to take over America. And they've engaged in so many crimes at the federal and corporate level that it's an all-or-nothing exercise. They're committed. They're going for broke. And we better reach out to the military and police and try to break their conditioning, try to get through their brainwashing and say, look, you're training to confiscate our guns. You're training for civil unrest like you've never done before. You're being brainwashed, and Tea Parties and returning veterans of the main target are being demonized. See, there's the proof. We were right. We said they would deploy troops in America. We said it would follow a banking collapse by design because we had the Trilateral Commission. We had the Bilderberg Group documents where they said we're going to use a financial crisis to have the people accept troops on the streets. And they would have a carbon tax to shut down all our industry. They want to bankrupt us. They want to make you dependent on government. They don't want you independent. It's so important that people become aware of what's happening. This has happened to every other nation. There has never been a nation that hasn't fallen to a military dictatorship run by private interest. It has never not happened to a nation. We're 200-plus years old. It's happening now. 235 years old. No nation has ever lasted this long. The Roman Republic only lasted a few hundred years before it became a despotic empire. When Julius Caesar... Google when Julius Caesar came across the Rubicon. I think it was, he died in 44, or was it 46 BC? Google Caesar's crossing the Rubicon. I need that date. I can't stand it when I can't pull it up mentally. And go read what happened there. Why the Romans, when? 49 BC. 49 BC. 49 BC, and he got, killed in 44 BC. Was it 45? Look up the death of Caesar. I want to be exact. Thank you. Julius Caesar crosses the Rubicon, 49 BC. And I mean, just everyone freaked out. They had a middle class. They had freedom. They had private property. Over. Bye-bye. Gone. The military wasn't allowed in Italy. It wasn't allowed in the city of Rome. Why? Because they hated the military? No. The military was their power to take over. But they were a real republic that had an empire. You were free if you lived in Rome and you were a Roman. Everybody else was dog meat, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't a Roman Empire like that, where we actually get some of the spoils if you want to be immoral and go kill people and steal their oil and be this big, vicious empire. No, 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 no. You're a slave inside the empire, just like after Julius Caesar came to power and became Tyrannus. All right, I'm going to shut up now and go to the calls for people that are concerned about this. Let's talk to Mike in Illinois. Mike, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello, Alex. Honor and pleasure to talk to you, sir. Where I live, I actually am a retired police officer, and the training that we received about 5 5 or 6 years ago. Basically, we would go cordon off an area and go to it, and anything we, quote unquote, we would find, we would take, we'd confiscate, and they would have to go to jail for whatever we actually found in the house, like drugs, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a warrantless search. They call it knock and talk now, and we've had Blagojevich and now 2 state reps, last week or Monday, in the Chicago Tribune, call for the Army to be deployed in Illinois for gun confiscation. So this is on your news.
Yeah. Well, downstate folks are, like I said, I'm retired now, but downstate folks said not only no, but hell no about, sending our troops into our National Guard up to Chicago. Number one, we have to pay for it. Number two, it's Chicago's problem. Let them figure it out.
They've disarmed the public. They've disarmed the public. So every criminal in America moves to Chicago where they can rape, rob, and steal with impunity. So Chicago has, the second highest crime rate in the country. Go ahead.
Yeah, we also have a National Guard center in our area that right in the middle of that center is a quote-unquote training camp for our units when we go to Iran or wherever, Iraq, Afghanistan, to train them to how to control the prisoners. But what's really ironic about it is that our National Guard troop is a engineering company. It's not a fighting or police MP units.
Well, that's what I've been told and confirmed. They're training everyone in this now. That's never happened before.
Well, the other good thing too is the police officers that I'm still affiliated with have already been told if it gets to the point where it hits the fan and they start the confiscation, that there's going to be a lot of real quick phone calls. And if we can't do it by phone calls, we'll do it by driving to their houses and tell them, look, this is coming down. Be prepared. And this is not just me talking as a old retired cop of about a little over 10 years.
So
now.
You're saying the cops that that are still on the force are saying they're not going along with this?
Exactly. The boys are telling me that if it comes down, they said, Mike, if it comes down, we're going to let you know because I know I'm going to be one of the first people to get hit. And
well, that's what, have you read all these documents that we've gotten that are...
I've read probably about 90% of them, sir.
But the point is, for veterans, for former police, you are the #1 target, and they've got you all profiled. And if you're a libertarian or a conservative, if you get a tear in your eye when they sing the Star Spangled Banner, you are on a list. And that's what's so amazing is that how dumb are the troops or how stupid does the government think they are that in almost all these training scenarios now, they're converting from fighting Taliban and Al-Qaeda to we're going to go after former veterans and former police. You guys are the target. And then here are these troops who in 5-10 years are going to be civilians. Can't they put 2 and 2 together that they're training to go after their brothers?
I don't know what I think we've dumbed down our generation that's followed my police generation to a point where, no, that's too stupid. I'm serious. It's a god-awful thing to have to say, but they're too stupid to do that. But situation that I'm in, I know for a fact that I'll probably be one of the first targets in the area. But let me tell you right now, I'm not going to go down without a fight. My brother, and when they do shoot me and I bleed out, it's going to be red, white, and blue blood. It ain't going to be just red. It'll be white and blue along with it.
Well, God bless you, Mike, and I'm sorry we've come to this point, but it's a nightmare. And the Germans couldn't believe it was happening. The Russians couldn't believe it. The Chinese, the Cubans, the Cambodians couldn't believe it. The Romans couldn't believe it. The British, this has happened there. It's happening. And the main enemy now is veterans, and they have troops being taught veterans are the main threat. Mike, I appreciate your call. God bless you. Just tears my guts out. But can you imagine being Alex Jones and confirming and getting the training manuals and then talking to countless troops that they project my photo and then videos of me ranting to make me look stupid up in front of huge rooms of troops and say, this is a bad man, this is an evil man, this is a liar, this is somebody that wants to get cops killed? And remember what happened within 2 hours of Poplawski, the white supremacist who hated my guts all over the internet. They knew that. Within 2 hours of the cops getting him, in custody. It was in the news that it was my fault and I told him to do it, that I influenced him.